Alrighty. Who wins the sale? I saw this the other night, and this got me. So we're going to ask 6 fundamental questions. Okay? Number 1. Who? Who do you sell to?
Friends.
Huh?
Clients.
Clients?
Everybody.
Let's go big thinking now. Give me some more.
Everybody.
Buyers.
Huh? Buyers? Who do we sell?
Ourselves.
Yourself? Who else? Come on, guys. We got to wake you up. It's Valentine's Day. Too much sugar?
Our lender.
We sell our lender.
Yeah. Well, Chris, since you cut back on the cookie budget, we're all a little down here.
Do you guys know what happened on that? Otis Spunkmeyer quit shipping cookies.
Oh
So now we're buying from the Schwan man, and they're like 3 times as much. And I get told, well, I'll get cookies again, just so you know, it's just taking me a little while. So, anyway.
Oh, no.
Wait, that's a big
You
deal.
are out of coffee.
So who else sell? Myself, the lender, who else?
Title company.
Yes.
Come on, guys, we got to think big.
I said everybody, so it's not.
That's too generic, though. I want to get specific.
But it
You're
is,
right.
but it's true, though. It is everybody.
Everybody's the right
Every
answer.
company. I mean,
Your company?
Our company. Oh, our company. No, company.
Inspector.
Inspectors?
Well, how can we sell to Connect? That's our
Appraisers.
Assistant?
Appraisers.
Appraisers. The answer is everybody. And you know, when I heard these, I thought these are really basic, and I thought about it, and it made me do some more selling. Okay? Because I have to acknowledge certain people, okay? I got to tell you, if you need credit issues, you need to go see Heather at Blue Water Credit. She is the best. Okay? They will have a minimal fee to find out what is going on, and they literally could save you tens of thousands of dollars down the road. Can you go see Heather for me? Okay? That's one way to say it. Or I could say, hey, you got some credit issues there. You need to get those fixed. I would find somebody if you could. You see the difference? I'm telling you, we're going to hit all these. Who's going to win the sale? Number 1, they've identified who they're selling to. All right? Anybody think of any others while we're doing this? There's others. If you think of them specifically, then when they come up, you'll be more likely to do it.
Our team.
Handyman.
Team, handyman, manager.
Credit
Hey,
card.
my manager is John David. The guy's been in the business, 3rd generation realtor. I'm telling you, we've got so much experience at our company, it's not even funny. All right? You can pick a bunch of different things to do. All right, did you guys get the feel here? What? What are you selling? Well, first of all, we're all salespeople. We agree, right? Okay. What are we selling?
ourselves.
Lifestyle.
Okay, it's Valentine's Day, right? We're mushy, we're emotional. Can we go deep here? What are we selling?
Ourselves.
I'm going to take that back. We're not selling houses. Nope.
Emotions.
I'm going to start meditating here. If you guys don't give me some
Emotions.
What are we selling?
Their dream. Their future.
Dreams. I agree with that.
We're selling them a chance to get rid of a bad loan. For short term.
Oh,
That's
okay.
what you're
So hold on.
saying.
Okay, so
You
get rid
gotta
of.
sell
So,
them
okay.
the idea that they're going to get
What's
out
another
of
word for that? Sounds like freedom to me. Okay, so I agree with that. We're selling freedom.
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind without a doubt. What else are we selling? Do you guys see how we started out like surface level and now we're getting to the juice? That's the big stuff here. Any other guesses?
Emotions.
What kind of emotions?
Well, just ooey gooey emotions. Like you're gonna get a house and
So you're selling feelings?
oh, feelings.
Security.
Yeah, security.
Look at that. Security, now you guys are getting it. Guys, this is what we're selling. We're not selling houses. Okay? I don't sell loans. I sell an experience. Okay? I sell an experience. And that's what I want to give to the client. Is buying a house a good experience? It's horrible. It's ridiculous. You got to come start out with the loan application. I'm going to ask them to sign 60 pages that they don't read and they don't know what it means. Stupid. You're going to give them a 14-page contract with font this big and initial 37 times throughout it. Contract is not good. I remember, I wasn't in the business, some of you might, but there used to be a 1-page contract.
Yes.
At the line office, I saw it on the wall in there.
First deal. One page. from-
One page, now we're like 14, triple kit, BIA, Avid, CYA, I mean, they got everything, all right? So remember that with what we're selling, all right?
And half of it was Mike's share.
When are we selling?
All
Always.
the time.
Are we clear? Rick Ruby says ABC, always be closing. Okay, we're selling all the time. Always, always, always. What does that look like when you're in the grocery store?
Schmoozing people online.
Hey Jerry, you ever think of buying a second home or investment property? I don't know. Doesn't hurt. Number 5. Where?
Everywhere.
Where are you selling? Where do you do most of your selling? Oh, I think about this one stumped me when I heard it the first time.
Face to face.
Huh?
Face to face.
No, but where? That's what kind. Where are you selling?
Belly to belly.
That's the kind. Where are you selling?
Where you visit every day, you go to the bank. Where you are.
Wherever you're at.
You guys are probably, I'm going to say open houses. Okay?
Definitely.
Do you put them in your car? Maybe it's your car.
No.
Maybe it's your
Not
office.
Qualified.
Think about where's your, like, I had a client the other day, they want me to meet them in like Greenhaven or something. I said, you know what? I got to print out a bunch of documents. We got to make copies here. We really need to get them here. Because I need to get them belly to belly in my environment. You know what I mean? I do everything I can to make that happen. It makes it for a better process.
Golf course.
Golf course.
That's where.
Yeah. Now we got some professionals here. Even though John stepped out, that's where John does a lot of selling there, I'll guarantee it. Think about this, where you're selling, okay? You're not selling at home, all right? And it's important to me to differentiate when you don't sell, when you take your downtime. We all need downtime, okay? It's one of the hardest things for me to deal with is taking downtime, because I think everything's going to fall apart if I'm not there. That's my own insecurity. I'm working on that. Okay. Number 5. Why are you selling? We've talked about this before. This is probably the biggest. Why are you selling?
Get rich.
No.
To help people.
Money. Let's be honest. Okay, money. What was the other one I heard?
Be self-employed.
Why?
Maybe.
Future. Peace
I
of
have a
mind.
boss, but maybe you guys don't like
Why be self-employed?
flexibility.
Which
in
leads to
your
what?
personal
Freedom.
Freedom.
Okay. Do you guys see the translation here? Why else are you working? Somebody said it. I'm going to say this: help people. We all like to help people. Okay, most of us do. Why else?
Comfort of living.
Comfort of living. Go with that. What does comfort of living give you?
Vacation.
Well, what does vacation give you?
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind. What else? Peace of mind, happiness.
Security.
You guys get that? This is the why. And I believe when we get clear on this, it helps you get out of bed in the morning. It puts a bigger smile on your face.
What's your big why?
It's your big why. We talked about that the other day. Okay? That's a big one. That's what we're spending some time on. Okay? Now, a couple of you were talking about this before. How do you sell?
Connection.
Be yourself, be truthful.
How do we sell? How do you guys sell? You never think
Building
about
Know
this
what
stuff.
you're, know what you're
rapport.
talking about.
Huh?
Education. Know what you're talking about.
Okay. Education is one way to sell.
They have to know, like, and trust you.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Meet him.
Make your, let them know that you're the expert.
Relationship.
Meet him face to face.
Marketing.
Say we face-to-face appointments.
You need to know what they want.
You know what?
You need to know what they want so you can satisfy their need.
Okay, so how do you do that?
Information,
Clear
Huh?
expectations.
discussion, communication, information,
How do you do that?
talking.
Okay.
Communication.
Asking.
I'm going to say asking. And what's more important than asking?
Listening.
Listening.
Cool. So there's direct selling. How? There's mailers, right? There's belly to belly, all of those types of things, and listening's key. You were in that meeting the other day. Stats might be off a little bit. 65% of lost sales were to perceived indifference. Okay? When they interview people who turned somebody down for a sale. And it's like, I think that's where the communication comes in. So it's definitely worth spending some time on it. So questions on these? Keeping in touch. Okay? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. We've heard those before, right? When you dissect it and break it down like that, I mean, I've played with this a couple times and written them out so I can get a little more clear. And it helps me when I walk in the morning to give a little more love to my assistant. Okay? When I talk to the title company, I had to beg today, Kathy McCrum's doing a deal, and you know, I love it. It's like, hey, docs are there, when can I have my net sheet? You know what I mean? I need it like 4 minutes later. You know, they have lives too, right? So when I talk to Kathy McCrum, I give her some extra sugar, right? Ask her how she's doing, what's going on. That stuff helps. That's where we're always selling. We're always selling.
They like you. My mom's a partner.
Okay, questions on this part of sales? Anything at all? Okay, so let's kind of go back to who wins. Who's going to get the sale? Now, feel free to jump in on this. You do a lot of sales work. To me, you're like a title rep. You guys are always out there selling. You guys are a really good perspective. So, to win the sale, we got to call on the right people. Okay? Who's the right people for you guys to call on? Most of it's just hotshot, whoever we get, right? But if we were to make a conscious effort, who would be the right people to call on? For example, people with a job. I wouldn't suggest you go down to the unemployment office and hand out business cards. Right?
People who own their houses.
So it could be, if you're a short sale specialist, people with defaulted loans, but homeowners, right? College graduates, that probably wouldn't be my choice, but if you're older and you have a sphere, I would call people in my database, people that know you, love you, and trust you. Okay? So call on the right people. Now, I will tell you, if I was a realtor, I would be hitting the heck out of CPAs, financial planners, estate planners, divorce attorneys. I would be all over those guys, and I would ask them this question. Hey, when somebody asks you for the referral of a realtor, what do you say? If they don't pop out an answer, they don't have one. Okay, if they tell my brother Jim, cool, good seeing you, favorite 4-letter words next, and I'm gone. Right? If they don't have could we meet? I'd like to be a realtor you refer. Even if you screw it up and you're not that smooth or whatever, if you do enough of them, you're going to get some success. So, it's the calling on the right people. Does that make sense? Beautiful. Giving the right message. What's your message when you're calling on people? Okay? So my message when I call on realtors is I always hit on 3 things because I've found that's what you like. That apply to everybody. You want close on time. You want communication so you know what's going on with the deal. And you want honesty. Don't lie to me. That's what I find most realtors want to live with. If I can do those 3 things, I'm usually hired for the job. And they like me. Alright? So, as a realtor, what do your clients want? What's your message?
Same thing.
But pretty close. I mean, I would probably, to me, I think, honesty, the house going to sell or not. Okay? Like, if I was a realtor, like, I got to tell you, I don't know how you guys list properties right now. I don't. I mean, I mean, somewhere between 250 and 400. I mean, geez Louise. I mean, it's crazy. So, if somebody asked me that, I would say, man, you know what? I don't know. I've been doing this for 15 years, or 2 years, or 1 year. I think we should list it at 175. I'm going to do a broker open and ask 4 people that are in the business and specialize in this area and send out an email campaign for this and this and another. But this is where I would start. But any realtor in this business who's going to tell you for sure what your house is going to sell for, I think isn't telling you the truth. I'm going to tell you the truth. See, whatever the message is for you, you're going to put it in your style, whatever that is. Does that make sense? Maybe it's great emails. I don't know. But think about what's your message. Questions on that? Okay. Riveting stuff. The most times, okay, you've never heard this, but I know I'm repeating myself. I get it, I'm sorry. Nothing new here. Who's going to call the most times? Jerry, can I work with you? Jerry, can I work with you? Jerry, can I work with you? He'll probably send me a deal just so I'll leave him alone. Okay? If I'm going to hire somebody, I had to hire an attorney, this was a couple of years ago. That's a whole nother world, but anyway. This guy was a jerk, okay? That's who I wanted. I don't want a nice, happy-go-lucky attorney who's gonna treat me all happy, floofy. This guy was a jerk, okay? I mean, he was just, that was what he was made to do. I needed that for, I was being sued by somebody. It wasn't my fault. I had nothing to do with it. All right? So, if I was going to hire a realtor, I would want somebody who's really persistent. So let's say I'm calling on Eric, and he wants to buy a house. And I'm just in it, Eric, dude, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? And Eric said, hey, can you back off? You're just a little bit too much, man. You're bugging me too much. Oh, I'm communicating with you too much? Yeah. Gosh, I'm sorry, Eric. I just want you to know when it comes to like communicating with agents to get you in this market, I'm going to be all over them. Kind of like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So sometimes I do a little too much with my clients, but you hire me, I'm going to represent you. That's all I'm saying. You can spin it that way. I used to offer my assistants $50 if anybody complained they were communicating too much. All right? Like if a realtor called, hey, would you have your lady quit calling me? I'm getting too many updates. You guys ever had that from a lender? I don't think you can be updated too much. Right? So, the most times, that's where the greatness tracker comes in. Right? We're going to track how many times you call people. When you're calling a lead, this is a national stat that the Corps uses. Okay? Any guesses on how many times you call a client before you stop? 5?
Shall they tell you?
7.
There is a number.
10.
7.
They say 8.
8.
And they track it all the times. You want to call 8 times before you give up.
I do 4.
Okay. Last one. Who's got the biggest why? Okay? Who's got the biggest why? Alright? We're going to talk back over your why a little bit, alright? I was training we got some guys on the phone, dialers, and we put on this monthly training next Thursday. I'm telling you about this later, right? And we have some people make phone calls for us. These are college kids, think they know everything, right? So one had 3 show up, one had 4, and one had 8. The highest was 8. And I said, can I be honest with you guys? I said, that's embarrassing. I said, you guys are calling all day and you got 8 people to show up? I'm all, what? Why are you doing this? What? And they weren't attached to it. You know what I mean? I said, I tell you what, if I was to cut off your arm, like seriously, we could cut off your arm, we're in some third world country, if you didn't have 10 people show up to the next meeting, how many would you have there? Well, probably 15, just in case a car wreck happened, a couple on the way or something. You would do it, right? It's the same for us. What's the why behind this? Okay? What's the why behind this? That is key. Alright? Eric and I, hopefully you don't mind me talking about you a little bit. We've got some communication issues going on. Eric's not getting quite the love that he feels. I said, whoa, Eric, no, we need to meet. I met with Elisa, my partner, this morning. I said, we got to deal with Eric. We got something going on. He says, she's all updating. I know, but it's not working for him. So we're going to have to change it a little. We're going to have to do more writing, more something, because I care about Eric and his business. That's how I am. I'm not like that with every realtor. Okay? I'm kind of in a position where I get to choose my clients. So when I get one I like, I'm going to baby them and take care of them. I'm going to do everything that I can. That's when this business is fun. For you guys as realtors, you don't have to work with every client. Well, when's the last time you guys fired a client?
I do, all the time.
I'm about ready.
Most people are scared to death to fire a client. And I'm not saying be rude and do all that stuff, but you know, I had a realtor last week. I said, you know what? I don't think we're a good fit. He got all, I'm sorry. I mean, and I should have done it like 4 months ago. I've been working with this guy for a year. And he sent me cruddy leads for a year. So, I mean, you got to look at this sometimes. Business is more fun when you've got great clients that are referring you good business. Like, how do you guys give yourself a raise?
Higher price rate.
What's that?
Higher price rate.
That's it. Higher price. So if you have a bunch of really good referral sources that are sending you $70,000 deals, and you're burned out because you're working too hard, not making enough money, the only way I know you can close fewer transactions and make more money is to have a higher sales price. So now you have to look back here. Are you calling on the right people? See what I'm saying? Are you giving the right message the most times, and who's got the biggest why? I've got a huge why. I got a 12 and a 14-year-old and they want to go to college. All right? I had some financial mismanagements a couple years ago outside of my control. Life's not fair. Oh well. I got a huge why. I don't need to be motivated every day. Right? But what I do need is to know what to do. So this is my blueprint for me. Today was kind of a psychological test. I hope that's all right with you guys. Of why we're doing what we're doing. Okay? I normally love to talk about tactics. I mean, I can tell you to make 50 calls a day, but unless you're clear on all this stuff, I don't think we want to do it. I'm not real motivated to do that. So any questions on any of this? All right. Hope that anybody listened to the CD last week, Master Salesman?
Yes.
What'd you think of it? Rick Ruby, you got to hear him a little bit. What'd you think?
My son was
Good.
I think I need one. I didn't come last week. I wasn't here.
You didn't get a Master Salesman CD?
They're direct
You don't
and
love me.
firm.
He's listening to it. Rick Ruby's one of the greatest salesmen I've ever heard. To his own admission, he'll say he's not that good of a businessman, but sales-wise, that guy can sell. And it's his big why. You know what his big why is? He's insecure that people won't like him. I'll tell you that. He wants to be liked. He needs to be liked. So that's where that comes from with him. It doesn't matter what it is. Just be aware of it and use it to your advantage. Okay? I'll get you a CD on that, Derek.
Thank you.
All right. That's it, guys. Have a great week.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.